Hey guys, Trolley here. Brawl Stars released their new Rumblejungle update. This update has brought so much new content, it's hard to talk about it all in one video. But here we go. There's Bling, which is new skins and remodels. There's two new characters, Maisie and Hank. There's Solo Showdown, Top Dog, and a Poison Gas change. There's a game highlight, which is like play of the game video. There's end of game stats, plus kudos, a little thumbs up thing. There's a Meg rework. She starts in the mech. There's an Edgar buff, a Shelly buff, and an RT nerf. There's new gears, pet damage. There's one for Amber and her super to make it slow, and there's one that Eve gets more hatchlings. There's Basket Brawl is gone now. Volley Brawl is here instead. There's a Frog event, which will be similar to an Egg event, get little rewards. Bounty has been changed, way better in my opinion. First to 20 stars, it's way quicker games, it's a little better. There's new map rotations and bug fixes like normal. There's Power League rewards that are instant, and they are bling now. And Trophy League is 2-week reset, and it's only the top 20 brawlers, and they made little changes to matchmaking. Okay, so first off, Meg, she starts in her mech. I think it's a great change for her. She might need a nerf, hard to tell yet, but she is quite good, and it is quite nice playing her. Now, this is the new Solo Showdown mode called Top Dog. Now, in this mode, a hot dog randomly spawns on the map, which will heal you. And if you eliminate an enemy brawler, you will also see a hot dog being dropped. And there's no regeneration at all for health except for some abilities. So you could use Pam's super to get some healing, or Meg's gadget when she's in her mech form to get some healing as well. Now, the reason I think that Supercell has made this mode at all is to try to prevent teamers. And I made a video a while ago explaining the problem with teamers and some potential solutions. But I think this one is actually a fantastic solution. And I've only seen teamers once, and I've played this mode maybe 20-30 times by now. So I think it does definitely help with the whole teaming problem, but it doesn't completely solve it, but it's a step in the right direction. Hopefully this game mode becomes more than just temporary, but I really like it. Anyways, let's move on for now. You can see in the top left corner the changes made to Poison Gas and which game modes it applies to. Now this will really help because it'll make tanks like El Primo not be able to sit in the gas for 10 seconds, avoiding the endgame fight. Now, another thing they added is game highlight at the end of 3v3 modes. Now, this highlight can go to any of the 6 players, but from what I've seen personally, it doesn't always choose the best clips. Often it's somebody getting 1 kill and then losing or something like that. Anyways, I'm sure they'll make little tweaks. There are now stats at the end of games, which is awesome. Another step in the right direction. I think it's great. There are games where I feel like I'm playing perfectly and I'm landing every single shot and my teammates just aren't, and they're losing their lane. And now at the end of the game, I can see that if I have double their damage, oh, maybe that is exactly what was happening. But before, it was hard to tell who wasn't doing enough damage and whatnot. There are also little thumbs up buttons on this endgame screen to let a player know they did well. There's no currency gain, so it's basically just saying, hey, good job, here's a thumbs up. That's it. I briefly talked about the Meg rework earlier, but she now starts in her mech, which helps her a ton with her early pressure and whatnot. But even in Solo Showdown, she has like 2 lives now. And I've seen videos of YouTubers playing Solo Showdown at high rank, and it's all Meg because you just have 2 lives. She has a great super, healing. She's really good, but Solo Showdown obviously isn't very indicative of pro players or 3v3 mode or Power League or any of that. So we'll see where she lands. Okay, now Edgar, he got a little buff. His health got increased a few hundred, and this will definitely help his play rates and his win rates. But it's really hard to tell by how much, and it'll help utilize his lifesteal because he'll have the larger max HP, but he might start stomping everyone, or he might just be slightly better but still pretty bad, and we shall see. The Shelly buff. This helped her lots. Now, I'm not saying she's going to be a meta brawler or super good or any of that, but going from normal to very fast movement is crazy. And I was playing a Brawl Ball game earlier against the Shelly, who also had the speed gear. So in that bush, she was flying around, and she has the shotgun and the slow and even the gadget to get you if you can run away. She's definitely a lot better. I don't think she's overpowered or anything, but we'll see where she lands in the meta. Now, RT, I have been banning a lot in Power League. He is very strong, and they gave RT an HP reduction, which I think is good because RT was very tanky considering more of a damage character. And they also made his unload time in split form longer to make it so you couldn't just go in split form and immediately burst most characters down. So that's good. That's a big help and will help a lot of brawlers with their interactions with RT. Now they've also added some new gears, which I always love, some more diversity in the gear realm. Anyway, they added pet damage, which is applicable to most people with summons. Mr. P, Nita, you get it. And it increases their damage, which will probably be very good, especially for Mr. P when he can have a few different summons at the same time. Amber got a gear, which will make her super slow people, which I think is super underrated and sounds really good, especially considering she can put the 2 pools down and whatnot. So anyways, again, we shall see what happens with her. Eve, this one is also pretty good, but much more map dependent and specific. It gives her the ability to make more hatchlings. It'll be 4 instead of 3 from her super, which again, I think is pretty good, but I don't think it's nothing crazy. We shall see. Now, Basket Brawl is gone. There was a Twitter poll or a poll somewhere about what modes they wanted to stay, and the community chose Volley Brawl as number 1 and Duels as number 2. And Duels I love, but they really needed to fix the maps or change the maps or new maps, something. And Volley Brawl, I don't think I've ever played before, actually, and it's quite fun, and I'm pretty bad at it so far, but I'll get there. I'll play Gale or something, figure it out. Okay, now there's a frog event, which is very similar to the Easter event. You can collect frogs, I think only in Solo Showdown during this event. And at the end of each game, depending on the amount of frogs you collected, you will get rewards. It'll just be a few coins or a few power points or maybe even some bling for each frog you collect. So that'll be very cool. Now, Banty. Oh boy, I'm not editing that out. It's crazy. Bounty has been changed, and I think it's way better. Now it's first to 20 stars, which makes it a lot quicker games, because some games that were just all out fights or that were just madness, they would get to 50, 60 stars. And now some games end, if it's that type of game, they end now in 45 seconds instead of waiting for the time limit. So I think it's very cool. I think this will be a cool change for pros too, considering they don't get as many kills in bounty games. They're much more retreative. I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm using it. Now, the next thing, there's new map rotations and bug fixes. It's the same as always. The Power League rewards are instant, which is so cool for ranking up. I love that. And it's bling, which is great. Play Power League and get your skins, and you can choose whichever ones. It's pretty awesome. Now, Trophy League is a 2-week reset, but it's only the top 20 brawlers, so you don't have to push all your brawlers every season, but they do your top 20 reset every 2 seasons. So some pros are saying this is going to be harder. I kind of think it's easier, but I'm not sure. And they made little tweaks to matchmaking to improve it. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you love the update. I love you guys. Take care. Have a good day.